All right, really proud of our approach, how we came out. Our attack the first half I thought was super efficient. You know, you get a chance to shoot 63%. You know, they were bringing some doubles. Peasway did a great job of recognizing the doubles and where they were coming from, finding the open man. I think we had 12 assists, 17 field goals. Really did a great job of sharing it and defended. And so that gave us an opportunity to put ourselves in position to win the game. We got up 30 the second half, you know, and we didn't do the best job of fighting human nature. Like as a coach, like how do you get mad about this? But like, you know, like I told these guys in the huddle, like you're constantly trying to prepare to play the best team on your schedule. And you've got to fight that with everything that you have. And I think these guys have been outstanding all year. They've, you know, learning how to win. And then, you know, now they've learned they're handling success well. Now you've got to take another step, and you know, you get a lead like that, you hold it or stretch it. You know, you don't let it come back down to 18. So that would be the growth that we can get from this game. But overall, very pleased to get what is our fifth straight win, I think.
Yep.
So you know, very very proud of these guys and what they're in the middle of.
Hey, Coach, as the self-professed party planner for the campus,
Yeah.
what's your reaction? We walked in 5 minutes before the game, and there were 20 or 30 people in line for the ticket office, waiting outside to get in this place.
No, it's good, and that's, you know, I think, you know, when these two, you know, you guys obviously weren't there, but when these two, you know, we sat downstairs with these two guys, each individually, and talked about, you know, what we envisioned that this program could become. You know, we're in the middle of building that, and you know, these two guys are major building blocks of that, what we want to do, and so it's very rewarding to kind of see some of those things come to fruition. And these guys keep putting in the work, keep playing good basketball. You're in an area that loves it, and they'll continue to come out and support. And, you know, we'll keep throwing the parties every week and see where this thing ends up. But that part is good to see, and I hope these guys understand that you know, what they're doing and how special what they're accomplishing right now is. Because you know, like I said last week, who knows how this thing ends, but they can't take away what these guys have accomplished. It hadn't happened here in over 25 years.
Jalen, you were 5 for 5 for 3 in the first half. You ended perfect, and it was 17 points. Were you just feeling it this game from deep?
Yeah, and they weren't really closing out hard, and they helped from the backside. So my teammates found me, so I gotta give credit to them for finding me. Only thing I had to do was knock down the shot.
And Jalen, it seems like over the last couple of games you've been like really quick to just kind of let it fly early and shooting with confidence. Has your confidence grown or changed at all from like even like a month ago?
I wouldn't say it changed.
All you gotta do is talk to him. He's the most confident dude on the team.
I mean, I don't really think it changed. I think I had a stretch where I had like not my best stretch, so I try to feed off like my defense. So if I'm playing defense good, then I'm more than likely gonna try to stay confident with myself. But if I'm playing defense bad, I'm more than likely gonna be upset with myself. But I had like a stretch where I was up and down with my shots, so I just try to take better shot selection, honestly.
So I guess with better shot selection, like how did you maybe on film or in practice like identify where to pick your spots and get yourself going?
We watch film a lot, so we watch film on Bowling Green, knew they help from the backside. So we sit Mickey down by the block, and then I just move up and 5 found me. So I'm thankful for that.
You know, he's talking about him. Like they got these little like 5 and 12. They refer to themselves that way. So the bad thing is they've got me in the habit of it sometimes. That's what it is.
I say, Coach, have you talked to Jalen about kind of making his spot of 3 like a weapon that everyone has to respect?
Well, we've talked all year, like this dude's in the gym as much as anybody, and so he's earned the right to have the year that he's having. When you go through a season this long, you're going to have some ups and downs, and I think his overall approach has been good. And so I feel pretty confident when he's got his feet set when he lets it go, and like he said, he competes. You know, he's continuing to grow on the defensive end, and you know, as this whole team is, which is why we're, you know, having the year that we're having, is because these guys have kind of bought in on the defensive side of the floor and been competing hard. But you know, these two guys, both of these two guys, and you know, they've earned the right to play this way because of the work that they put in.
Coach, obviously your bench also, if you guys had a good night, Bumblo and Cleary knocked down some shots, had a few dunks. How important was their impact for this game?
Well, it's more than this game. It's those two guys' character. You know, it's you know, their approach to the game, their approach to, you know, like I played, I understand it. You know, neither one for them, their season hasn't been perfect, or probably how they envisioned it. And to have the maturity to continue to approach practice and games with a team mindset when it's not going well for you individually, how can you continue to impact the game and impact winning? So, and I think Luke has really set the example for how to handle that. I'm super proud of his mature approach to how he's handling the season. I think that's why he's had the last couple of weeks the way that he has. And you know, Kai is, you know, he's a junior college transfer that's fighting and going through, and you know, but his approach has been solid. He's been good in practice. He's continued to put the individual work in, and you know, when he got an opportunity today, he took advantage of it. So, you know, more than the points, rebounds, assists. You know, Luke had 8 assists today. Like, you know, it's about their approach and the buying into being a part of a winning team, and to do that, everybody has to make individual sacrifices.
Hey, Peyton, I know in the second half you scored more, but in that first half it looked like your post-ups, it seemed like you were just kind of making the perfect read pass or going up with a shot like every single time, or at least like the first several times you touched it. I don't know, was that as comfortable as you've been kind of like reading the defense from that spot?
I feel like I've always been comfortable. It's just that this game, I just saw it the best way. I don't know. It's just watching film. I see like every defense, so it's kind of like I'm comfortable now, seeing everything and picking my spots.
Especially like it seemed like their kind of backside help, kind of, I don't know, forcing you to your right hand hook, but you seem more comfortable kind of going to it. Is that something you've been working on?
Yeah, I've been really trying to work on that, so I can, just expand my game.
I was saying also, Jalen, with his hot hand, how does that kind of impact you and the rest of the team when he's, letting it fly without hesitation?
It helps. I can find him. He's hitting shots and just expands the floor. There's more room down there in the post, and he got more time on those shots, so it really helps the team.
Hey, Coach, MAC tournament's coming up in Cleveland, not too far away.
I can't give free beer away in Cleveland.
Well, yeah, that's maybe one of my questions. But what do you tell these fans that are around here that are following your team? What do you tell them about getting on board and getting over there to Cleveland?
Well, I hope our play tells them everything that they need to know. I think, and they've been fantastic. Students, community. You move around town. These guys walk through campus. Even throughout the state, these guys have created a buzz. It's very appreciated. We hope to continue to play in a way that you guys want to support, and appreciate what these guys are doing. Appreciate what these guys are accomplishing. It's easy for everybody to sit back and complain when things aren't going well. Well, when things are going as good as they've been for 25 years, you got to get off your ass and come support that stuff too. And these guys have earned that, and we got to continue to keep playing good basketball. But this is an exciting group to be a part of. It's been it's my first year as a head coach, but which is you're going to remember that one regardless. But the way these guys have played and competed and responded to change is something that's been really worthwhile for me personally as a coach. And the coaching thing is all screwed up because they're supposed to look to us to learn from us, and in reality we end up learning way more from them than they learn from us. It's kind of backwards. But these guys have been great. Those guys in the locker room keep fighting, keep giving us an effort. We'll keep trying to go out there and win games.
Hey Jalen, last game when we talked to Coach, he said that you've been a little bit more vocal as a leader. I guess he kind of challenged some of the other people to kind of step up. Have you tried to put an emphasis on being more of a vocal guy in practice and stuff?
Most definitely, because I can be a type of person that won't say anything. I'll just try to lead for lead by example. But a few games ago, where our team was, we didn't need that. We needed me to be vocal, and so I could pull along some of the other guys, like P, pull them along, so everybody can start talking. And ever since I've done that, it helped my game and it helped the team play, in my opinion.
Also, Coach, just a random question I had. How come you and your staff all make a point to wear suits during the games?
Well, they're not real happy with me. They'd rather, it's honestly, we did the whole sweatsuit thing during the COVID year when you always dream of playing or coaching in a Final Four, and I coached the Final Four in sweatpants. Which that'll go in a book someday maybe, but I think this after COVID. And obviously things have changed. You see people doing meetings and interviews via Zoom, and you got a nice shirt and tie on, and then you're sitting in your boxer shorts or something. I think it's our job as coaches, as mentors, as leaders, to show a level of professionalism to the people around us, because I don't think they get it from a lot of other sources. They don't get it from, when I was growing up, you saw, whether it was your high school teacher in a suit and tie or a shirt and tie, or well dressed, or you go into the bank and they're well dressed. Like, just there was a level of professionalism that you saw that I'm not sure you see today. So I think it's our responsibility in our positions to teach these guys how they're going to dress for an interview, how they're going to dress to be the professionals that they all are striving to become. So it's not the most comfortable. Trust me, I'd rather be in a pair of Lululemon sweatpants and a hoodie or a pullover, but I think we have a responsibility to these guys to help show the way of what being a professional is all about.
And then, Coach, you said it earlier, Bumblo had 8 assists. The whole game, you guys had 21 assists versus their 5. How big is that in a game like this?
I think it's huge. I think we're pretty efficient when we move and share the basketball. When we start pounding it 1,000 times, that's kind of get out of character. We're not near as good as we are when that ball's popping side to side and taking advantage of closeouts and mismatches.
Last thing for you and Peyton, obviously, like he said, the tournament's coming up. This, I believe, has you guys tied for second with this win. Are you paying attention to that as a coach, or do you just take it week by week?
Well, I'm not going to sit here and give you coach speak and say you don't know what's going on. I know exactly where we are. I know what we're chasing, but it's not my focus. My focus is us continuing to get better and put ourselves in the best possible position to try to win 3 games in Cleveland, and that's why I was upset with the 6 to 8 minute stretch there in the second half where we won a 30-point lead, go to 18. So, but yeah, you can't help in today's world. You can't help but know what's going on and where we are. But we in our league, obviously you're trying to win a championship, but you're also trying to position yourself best to try to go compete for 3 days.
And then Peyton, same question as a player.
You look at it, of course, you see all the other teams, all that stuff, but what Coach said, we're worried about the next game. Next game is the most important game, is what he said, so that's what we're looking at.